Okay, hi guys. Just doing a very quick video because we're having more bullshit happen to us. Sorry, no makeup, nothing, just me woken up. Okay, a couple things. So, my Twitter and Jaden J is actually posting this too, so it's clear. We did not block anybody. That's a good person on our side. Let me show you. See, this account's following. Can you see this? See? And then who we're following. Can you see that? You know, Mark Hamill, Trump Jr., Tommy, Lakuba, Dehoy, Elon, our family. Yeah, so here, find the blocked feature list so I can scroll through it really quick. Yeah, so I was bitching everybody out because that's what you guys wanted. You hint dropped that you wanted us to bitch everybody out, mean tweets, so we did a whole bunch of mean tweets. And are you guys trying to get our account banned and blocked? Or, I don't know. You guys, you know, I don't want to play these games anymore. I don't want to do all of this. Because it's just not working, okay? Maybe it's working on your end and you love it, but it's not working in our lives. Why? Because we're still poisoned out of our apartment, and it's not what everybody else is being subjected to. It's a million times worse. How do we know? Because we have been into our friends, so-called friends, I don't know really. And we've been invited. We didn't barge in, we didn't break in. We were invited in. And it's not as bad. It's bad, but it's not as bad. So we know as a comparison. But look, these are the people we actually blocked recently. See, that's the top of our list. So you can see the evidence. Yeah, there you go. And it says, when you block someone, that person won't be able to follow or message you and won't see notifications from them. Wait, when you block someone, they can't read our posts, can they? If you block them? I don't know, but Mike Pompeo, SDG&E, Fallow Blues, Hit 'em with Facts, Barack Obama, Humankind, HBO Max, Tom Cotton, Kevin McCarthy, What If, anything Disney we're blocking, Forbes because they seem hostile, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if you block someone, that someone cannot read your post.
Okay, but see, look, okay, so it's none of you guys of current, you know? So I think what's happening is that, I gotta open this door. I think Q is trying to make it look like using Twitter, or it's Twitter or Q. I think all social media is actually Q1 or something. I don't know. So we basically want to prove to you. Oh, see, Jaden has all these tweets up here showing screenshots of every. I can still tweet, but for 12 hours, so until 11 o'clock tonight, you guys can't read my stuff. And so I think Twitter's just like Q, because last night I said, you know what, I should just block everyone and fuck them, because I'm actually getting tired of this. You know, you guys are just like bunny hop tweeting shit, and you know, I am in good standing, and I have every right to be pissed off at everybody right now because this is bullshit. But you know, so Q was trying the tactic of doing false news parallel stories saying that we quit. Remember that during the whole Olympics thing? And we didn't quit. We just got pissed off at you guys. So once again, I'm just pissed off at you guys. Some of it's deserved. But I didn't block anybody, but I did say that. And Q has a tendency saying, plausibility, because they heard her say that, and so let's make it look like she blocked everybody. And I didn't. And I just proved it. And Jaden's tweeting and proving it now. So we're still going to tweet. Go to RubanRougeDance.com, and we'll post videos and our tweets on there, or any messages that you need. You know, R as in red, U, B as in boy, A, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, so that's Ruban Rouge, R-O-U-G as in great, E as in eagle, S as in Sally. So that's Ruban Rouge and then the word dance. Spell it, DANCE.com. And go there for our updates because we think that a lot of bullshit's gonna be happening today. Why? I don't know. But I'm really pissed off at everybody because I'm tired of this. I'm a dancer, for fuck's sake. So I'm gonna take a little trip. I'm gonna get my mask on. You don't wanna give them a reason to say, oh, she didn't have her mask on, see? She's gonna die of COVID. Take a trip with me, why don't you? Short little video today. I'll be fine. You keep doing what you're doing.
Alright.
Fuck's sake, I can't get out of here. Oh my god, my husband parks like shit. See, look, illegally parked. All these people. Whatever. And then we get the clown show coming around. Okay, so see? Look, so nobody lives here yet, but cameras, see? Cameras. It's really ridiculous, this place. A lot of this water in the gutter is very toxic. We don't know what the hell anybody dumped in it, but I really don't care. See, now this place is tented. For whatever fucking reason. See? Now this is the house that's supposedly being sold or was sold, and if it was sold, look, the sign's not there. It was there just a couple days ago. How'd this house sell being fumigated like this? Yeah, deal with that shit. Yeah, deal with that shit. See? I don't know what the fuck's going on. But if I had to take a guess, see, that's a college over there, that's LAVC. That shit sits right outside our front window. A lot of spies live here. Okay. See, these people don't follow the fucking law. I don't know, some more graffiti, whatever the fuck. Okay. We're back. Here, hold this.
Got it.
Fuck's sake. Okay, turn it around.
I don't know how you balance this.
Alright,
but,
here, I'm looking at it. See, I don't give them any room to fuck with us. Okay, mask was on the whole time. Nobody was near me. There's such a clown show out there. There's a lot of people congregating. A lot of very suspicious, nasty people. Nasty meaning they have a lot of fucking issues with something. Very aggressive and shit. So anyway, look. What is going on? We don't want to be doing this anymore. That's true. That's never changed. It's never going to change. Why? Because we're dancers. We're artists. We don't want to be doing all this shit. I never agreed to it, but you know, you guys are like dangling this fucking carrot before us, making us think, oh, if we do all this stuff and help you guys, you're going to get us out of this mess. But we don't have to, because the law states you're actually supposed to help us. You're getting all these people out of Afghanistan, thousands and thousands, right? And you can't, they're further away, and you can't rescue and help us in our need. We have provided so much evidence. You guys already know what the fuck's happening, so you all are very, very much in trouble if you don't help us soon. And so we're trying to figure out who the rats are in all this. And in the process of doing so, yeah, I'm gonna bitch you guys out. Why wouldn't I? Some of you actually like it. So I don't understand. So I'm trying to figure out, we're trying to figure out, you know, what the fuck is actually happening? And why? Because we are tired. We don't want to do this. We want to live in peace. You know, we were in our apartment, we were doing fine, and then for some fucking reason, it seems like, who did it? What? We asked for help, and then we were, like, hurt. But, you know, even before we asked for help, this happened, because in 2017, March, again, it was, actually, didn't Q kind of declare war even back then, or it's always been? But they go through things where they skirmish a little while, and they stop, and they skirmish again. Anyway, in 2017, we got fumigated, apparently. This isn't a flu, where and you catch it like that. That's what happens because you're gagging. Because your sinuses get fucked up. You know, that's why wearing these masks really help, you know? And my dad taught me about that particulate toxic matter, and that's what we're dealing with here. That's what makes colds and flus. Do you understand what that is? You know, analogously, right? So these are our opinions. Oh, and by the way, we post these are our opinions, and other people are allowed to swear at other people and say worse things than we do, but our things are called abusive. No, we are the ones being abused, and we keep saying, just because we type the word, we're being abused, help us. That is not us saying, hey, we're abusing other people. So do you see, it's just wrong, very illegal to do. Because look at this, it's an obstruction of communication. And we looked it up, and Twitter and all these social media platforms actually fit in right there. You guys are worried about freedom of speech? You're looking at the wrong fucking law, okay? It is obstruction, especially because we are in harm's way, and it is documented, and these social media platforms are trying to keep a means of communication out and off for us. It doesn't matter what we're saying. It really doesn't, because we are the ones who are saying we need help, and this is why, and we're bitching you people out. So they're going to be held legally liable for breaking federal laws against us in whether wartime or peace. And now because this Taliban thing is happening, right, and all this other shit's happening, we're actually on high terrorist alert. That means we have those laws covering us too, federally, that say that we have to be able to be given a means to be able to speak out and speak our minds clearly so we don't die. You know, all those great stories that get put on the internet of people saying, oh, I use social media to save so-and-so's life. Well, hello, we're allowed to save our own lives. Okay, so we may file a lawsuit against Twitter and Jack. Is that the guy who owns this shit? I don't know. Oh my God. Social media is awful. It really is. I regret ever doing it. But you know why I did it? I did it because I was trying to help somebody who I cared about and loved. It was my ballet teacher. And I was trying to say, look, these people are trying to frame you, and this is what they're trying to do. And I was trying so hard to help, and I was being loving and all this, and then they were playing her against me and me against her, and it was just, but we still love each other. I know that. I don't even need her to tell me to my face. I've already seen it, okay? I can even display it. So, you know, Q, you're fucked. Everything, just get away from us. So now we're really strongly believing that Q is trying to play us against all of our homies and people on our teams and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm bitching you guys out because we were given a hint drop. Mean tweets. I sure would like to hear some mean tweets. We took pictures of this. We took audio of this. So, of course, we happen to be king and queen of mean tweets, apparently, because you guys tend to push our buttons in just the right way to piss us off, and no shit, we're being terrorized. What the fuck are we supposed to do? We have some cops that are, heads up on what's going on against us, and they're actually trying to help us, and the fire department. So not everybody sucks in the whole group, okay? But, there are some people that are pretty bad, and so we're just trying to, right the wrongs and do right and do good. So, anyway, just go to our website for the updates. I don't give a shit. We'll just post everything on there like we usually do anyway. So we gotta clean that up, so. Also, another thing, so we think that Twitter Q is basically using the platform to block us for the next 12 hours. It's less than that by now, till 11 o'clock tonight-ish, and they're probably planning a huge attack against us and planning to do some awful things to us. So protect our apartment. We're calling the LAPD and the fire department and posting and tagging them just to give them a heads up that weird shit's going on here today. And you know, we'll let our landlord know too, and everybody we can think of, just to help everybody out. You know, what helps us helps them too. But yeah, what the fuck is that house tented for? Somebody bought that house knowing it had termites in it? We checked that house. There was no termites, so someone's fucking lying. We think that they're going to use that as an excuse as to why our apartment may or may not have toxins in it. But if it's reaching all the way out to our apartment, then we can sue the shit out of everybody because of it. So that plausibility is gone and wrong. See, I have red hair. It's just that when I'm in the darkness, it shows differently. See? Just so nobody gets the idea and says, oh, see, she has dark hair. Not red. It's red. This is stupid. Okay, so the plausibility, or they want to say, oh, see, the termites jumped from that house to their apartment, so now they can't live in their apartment because we're going to fumigate with toxins. We actually have video and pictures of the entire foundation. There's no signs of termites. We had an inspection done, no termites. Because that's what we were thinking too. It's like, are there termites or something in it? No, we were wrong. But see, we stand corrected, so we made a mistake. So the termites can't go from here and jump to our apartment. Plus, we treated it ourselves with with non-toxic things that work better than Durspan or any of that other shit. Not my words. This is already documented, okay? And we treat it all the time. Like it's a thing we do. That we keep ants away using other stuff. It's all non-toxic, so it can't poison our neighbors, it can't poison us. And if anybody did a sampling of, oh, they fumigate, no, we don't fumigate. We actually use natural substances that don't poison anybody. It keeps away any of the pestilences though. So they can't use that, you know, in case they want to try to give a plausibility why our apartment's so toxic. So that won't work. And yeah, so President Biden, Vice President Harris, we're really mad at you, and I'm not going to hide it. It's the truth. Do we love you? Yeah, but you're pissing us off to no end. I really, what the fuck? Can you please, like, stop all this rigmarole and just rescue us before you make our situation worse? Because we don't have a problem, even though we love you, suing the shit out of you because you just keep letting the situation get worse and worse and worse. And we're giving you a heads up saying, hey, can you help us before it gets worse? This is what might happen. So stop. You know, so stop and just help us. I don't give a shit if you have your little timeline and your little schedule. Don't do it. It's probably not going to fucking work anyway. You need to help us now. Okay? Everything you do is making our lives worse, so that makes us like, either what they're doing is 100% great or 100% wrong. And so you need to also spread the word, everybody who's listening right now, to all of our good friends, celebrities, family, followers, and shit like that who are not technically following us but have us bookmarked. You know how that works, right, on Twitter? And, you know, is following us in that way, which is the more important way, maybe. I don't know. I hate this shit. I don't know that much about it either. I'm learning. So I don't... Okay, just tell them we didn't block any of you people, and we can prove it because we took pictures of everybody who we did block. And we actually make announcements of it when we block people of any big stature or anybody that seems like suspicious with their accounts. So we tell you guys, and we post it. So you know who the fuck we blocked. And it wasn't you, and I think, you know, Twitter's trying to get us to be docile and not use strong language because, you know what, something is working. I don't understand it. I don't want to use harsh language. I don't even want to be tweeting. I didn't do it before, but it became a necessity. Is it our only means and recourse of communicating? No, and Q's pretty stupid. We triple, quadruple, Everything you see on Twitter, you can find someplace else in some form. So it's not like, she said that behind the scenes. We broadcasted it mostly. I mean, really, you know, Twitter won't even let our audio on when we do the live recordings for us. Why is that? Everybody else can have that but us. Everybody else can swear and say mean things to other people, but we can't. Apparently, I have to be a saint. I don't want to be a fucking saint, okay? I don't even want to do any of this shit anymore. I want you guys to give us a proper rescue, not flying us to the moon. I don't want to go to Afghanistan or some other fucking holding cell while you guys pretend that we were kidnapped or you stage our deaths or something like that. That is so hurtful and so wrong, and all you guys did was create another fucking target for Q. You made those people helpless, and it's still turnstile, that's all it is. It's the same fucking thing in another location. So they're trapped in nowhere land, which is worse than where we are. So it just needs to stop. Stop being chicken shit. Rescue us. And I'm using it in the right way. Not in the way of, oh, that's not what you think it means. No, rescue. Let's look it up in the fucking dictionary. It's to take someone out of peril's way and put them in a safe place, right? It doesn't mean with an addendum, oh, and you stage their deaths, and you give them a new identity, and this is a witness protection program. Oh, by the way, we're going to put them in another country, and they'll only live happily ever after. Good guys, bad guys, all together. Stop, okay? That doesn't help. It doesn't work, and we're in this big fucking mess because you guys had stupid ideas, okay? How about solving the problem instead of just passing the buck along? Biden says the buck stops with him. I want to see that buck stop with him. Because if I stop this buck and I control all of this stuff, you guys aren't going to be too happy. Oh yeah, I'll get Q to stop and I'll have justice, but you know, if you fall on the wrong side of the issue, you're not going to be happy. So we basically reached our hands across every fucking aisle and said, we would like to work with you. We would like to work with you. And some of you just said, okay, then pay the price. Because this is it, okay? We want to live in our apartment without being poisoned, without being harassed, without being eavesdropped on. This needs to stop. This is not an unreasonable request. We have the Bill of Rights, and everything falls underneath of it, and you guys are trying to make us think Jim Crow, or, you know, what is that? What is that? I looked it up, and it seems like every time I look it up, the definition of it changes, so I don't know what to say. All I know is that it's not legal to hurt anybody. And if you do anything to hurt somebody, it is against the law, and we have the law on our side. But we're not hurting anybody. We keep leaving and trying to stay away from human beings right now. And we're being followed, okay? So you guys, heads up on Twitter, you watch that. You watch that shit, because there's something very wrong going on here. I don't know if Biden's a good person or not. I hope so. I don't know if Harris is a good person or not. I hope so. Okay? Stop using us to communicate what we don't even know. We're guessing. I don't know. We need your help. We can't keep saying, here, helping. We're helping you. We're helping you. I love helping people. But when it starts getting unbalanced, we're helping everybody, and seldom do we get any help except, oh, here, try eating this. By the way, guys, I don't know where you're getting your intel from, but a lot of the suggestions are wrong, okay? How do I know this? Because I actually studied real science, chemistry, and biology, and I got certifications, and I went to the cancer clinic in Mexico, and they were the sweetest, most wonderful people. Yeah, there were little rotten people, and you're going to find rotten people and everything. And there were probably Q people. Not QAnon, not LGBTQ, I mean QUE, is that right? I don't know. So, I'm just saying that this needs to stop, and we are down for stopping it, but we are not down for you allowing us to be subjected to more harm because you think it's stacking the deck against them, and oh goody, because we're the ones suffering it, because you're going to be held liable too, because you have knowledge of it. And you know what, I'm not even going to let you know how we know this and who gave us the heads up on it, but thank you for that person doing that. So don't don't. You're just creating more liability. How much more love? That is loving for us showing you and saying, hey guys, don't do this because you're being framed for it. And how about you just cut the shit? Okay? Really? Because I don't want to keep traipsing around here. And you know what? The poisons are going to start spilling over into our neighbors' homes. Stop! You're creating more fucking liability for yourselves. This is what I'm saying. If I was running things in this stupid show, none of this would be happening because I'd say, this is illegal, apprehend them. My God. There's so much wrong with the world. If you're going to use us as your mouthpieces to dispel and dispense all this information, we could be here for a very long time. And we can't move quickly right now because we are taking care of ourselves. And it's a good thing to do. If you try to say that, oh, and guilt us, oh, hurry up or some shit like that. No, you hurry up. This isn't our responsibility. It is our government. And I am not part of the government. Okay? Biden, Harris, the senators, Congress, okay? Our representatives. I am not. My son is not. Okay, if you guys think that the real government is the shadow government, meaning the real civilians running this shit, I didn't sign up for that either. Okay? I'm just making fun and playing along like I'm Alice because blue feels good on me right now. It might change. The elastic, it helps, okay? By the way, rubber and elastic ain't doing too well under this shit. You know how many sunglasses that I've lost? Because they've all broken. Okay. Plastic's bad right now. Oh, I'm sorry, we're supposed to say it's not environmentally friendly, so don't use it anymore. Really, guys, I can pick up the stupid lingo, but that's just gonna keep the turnstile going. What you guys love about us is that we don't do this shit. We're like, fuck this, you know? But you guys gotta stop being cowards. You know, if you want to enjoy the freedoms that we're fighting for, and I'm not saying we're going out punching people or starting riots, we're doing it legitimately and legally with documentation, paperwork, facts, video recording, pictures, okay? We don't do any of that weird shit, rioting and all that. I don't have the energy for that. I'm like, oh my God, this is so stupid. And I don't want to physically get hurt. So you're never going to see me around that shit, and that shit freaks out around me. I have my camera, I'm running. I ain't doing that, okay? I don't believe in that. I just don't believe in it. It's wrong. And it never works. Well, obviously, look what happened with January 6th. That was stupid. So if I say behind the scenes, watch, now everyone's going to start rioting and rising up. And then Q makes it happen and say, oh, she started it. No, because my private conversations are not supposed to be eavesdropped upon. And plus, I didn't orchestrate this shit. It's so stupid. I don't have the money. I don't have the connections. I don't have the time. There's that. There's a lot. So anyway, I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's just crazy. And I don't do crazy. I don't like crazy. I just really like peace and quiet and calm. So if any of this goes to court, I'm going to say that. It's like, no, I'm not married to all this stupid riddles stuff. It's just something fun we did. And maybe it means something, maybe it doesn't. I'm not going to stay connected to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we wrote that. Yeah, we just spelled it first before anybody else did. So we got claimed that way, don't we? But, yeah, if it's true or real or not, like I said, I ain't gonna let anybody hang that on me and try to, you know, straw man me with it or some shit like that. I'll say, I don't know. Is it real? I would ask the judge that. Is it real? Do you know anything about this? I don't give a shit. And that's documented too. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be bothered, okay? We want to be rescued. None of this other little finagly addendum bullshit that goes along with your definition, okay? I'm not using that one. I want to come forward publicly and say what Q did to us. Not you guys taking everything that we document and saying, oh, see, they came forward. No, because I'll sue you for that fucking shit. Right?
Yeah.
Just to be clear. That's not what I mean by saying coming forward. I mean, we want a press conference, a brand new thing, not where you take splices of our videos or our private conversations or our tweets or our social media or our pictures and our videos, and you claim that and you said, see, they come forward. No. I will sue the shit out of you if you do that. You know damn well what the fuck I mean. I mean, we do a brand new live, us in person, not doubled, not via some Zoom or some other shit like that, like how the president does his press conferences with media represented. And we're gonna check into every single fucker's credentials and make sure that they're real journalists too. Because some, I ain't buying that they're real journalists. I think they create names, or they hear me use a name, or I create a name in my sim game, and voila, they cast somebody in the role. You know what the sim game is? Oh my god, I love that game. But I don't like what's happening because we see a lot of my building designs, my scenarios in the game, and character names being put on real people. So in other words, I create the stuff, that's the game. I didn't make the game. Millions of people play it, so, you know, that's what you do. And somebody had access to my laptop, or his laptop, whoever it was, and they stole all of that. My creations, my scenarios that I created, because you can actually create scenarios with the sim people in the games and make all sorts of crazy shit happen. It's kind of fun. But I would never want to do it in real life, because we're flesh and blood versus a digital cartoon. That's not even real. It's not sentient. So there's a big difference. And my house designs, which are my copyright, even though I'm using somebody else's platform to create it. So I'm using somebody else's wood and hammer and nails. They don't get credit for the copyright of the creation. The creator does. So I'm pissed off that my designs were swiped. We've walked into these fucking houses and I'm like, wait, I know where the next room is. Wait, I know where this is. Because they were taken from my game. I built houses using the simulator and they put these into real life. And they stole my blueprints, basically. And names of characters. They're now real people. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And everything's time and date stamped, so it's easily to prove. Oh, you know, watch Wag the Dog. They fake birth certificates, death certificates, copyright things. These people fake everything. They backdate and fake. Okay? Why do you think half of these movies and TV shows are made? There are historical documents, you know what I'm saying? Analogously. They're basically tipping off to people who don't know about Q yet what's really happening, and supposedly a means of communication. You know, none of this is going to work anymore because it's being dispelled. I'm just getting sick and tired of this shit. So, you know, when we're getting the idea, oh, you wanted us to find out about this Q group so we could stop it, right? We're going to stop it. I'm not interested in keeping it going. When this is all over, there is no more purple team, blue team, red team, nothing. It's done. Just people loving each other, being people. And leaders guiding to make sure that this shit doesn't happen anymore. Right? Because if it's to keep this bullshit going, I'm done, and I'm done, and you guys are being taken to court, and you will never fuck with me again. You know? Because this is getting way too much. And it's not even about playing the game better. It's how about we fucking just, how can I say it? You know, how about being put in jail? How about being sued so you have nothing, okay? I really don't like the whole thing of putting us on this little bunny trail, and I have recording, thank you to who gave it to us, of a family member basically saying, go, go, go. You know, I'm like, holy shit, okay, if it's that important to you. And I trusted this person. And I'm thinking, well, you know, maybe this is a good thing to do. But then I'm finding out that this person was listening to probably a former president, not Trump, not any of the Bushes, not any of the Clintons. So figure out a name I didn't mention. Biden, we don't know yet. He's not a former yet. So, I don't know. I don't know about that guy. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to wait to find out. So, you know. But I just want to clear this up again, because sometimes I'm wondering, do you guys get it? Do you guys not get you have money so you can fly in your planes and drive? And no, I'm not talking about necessarily Trump Jr., Donald Trump Jr. alone, but just anybody who is in a better circumstance financially than we are. You know, I'm not trying to rub it in, but I feel like you guys need to let something click in here that says, oh, they don't have the money to be doing what we do. yeah, we can't just run here, run there, run here, run there. We can't. And that's why I'm wondering, why would Biden withhold our unemployment checks? And then when we were almost killed, like, oops, you caught us, so I think we better surrender some money to you guys, you know? That's how it works, right? You catch somebody and they have to give you something. But it was already ours, so that doesn't count. If you're gonna give us something that was already ours, fuck you. It doesn't work that way. So the crown, it's already ours, so you're gonna give it to us and then think you're gonna be able to puppet us and control us, and you want me to just be an appreciator of art. Meanwhile, everything I say and speak is being put on everybody else, and I get to go, oh, how nice! No, I want everyone to create their own shit. I want to create my own shit too. And I don't mean shit meaning excrement, I mean art. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like put your artwork down, but I'm from back east and we call everything shit and we say everything's fucked. Okay, so I'm sorry. I respect everybody's artwork, but no offense, I am not a sole supporter of everybody else's art and not mine. It ain't gonna happen. And what if I just stop talking? What if I just start communicating in a way that nobody else can figure out? Then you can't steal shit from me, can you? And it's getting to be that point. So we keep calling people out, and we say, look, see, they did this. And you guys are fools. The thieves. And, you know, thank you to everybody who's putting shit out there saying, look, they're stealing from you. But it's getting to the point where it has to stop because I'm just so tired of this. Thank you. Send it to Biden. Thank you for letting us know. But it also hurts us too because I'm like, still? And see what Q does. Q looks for the people that they think we won't sue. Well, yeah. Oh, you like that person? Let's put the shit on them then. That artist won't get sued even if we do put them in the lawsuit and sue them. They will just say, I got it from this person. We have nothing against the artist. Some artists did really steal from us though, because they're like Q prop-ups and they're part of this whole problem. But most artists did not even steal from us. They were set up, and we know that. So we love you guys still. So, hey, just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. It helps. But you have to also understand something. We don't have the means and it's like, oh, just go live your lives. This wasn't our lives. Our lives was us being able to stay in our apartment, not being poisoned, at least not to this extent. What they were poisoning us with, we can tell because we had pictures and videos. We're like, oh, our faces look different today. Oh, our bodies look different today. And we didn't change our diets. We didn't change what we were doing. We were being poisoned. And so now we were their little guinea pigs and they know what's going to work on the rest of humanity. We didn't sign up for this shit. So the CDC, Health and Human Services, you guys, I don't know what you know, but we sent you cease and desist letters. You have to cut this shit out if you're a part of it. You know, I don't want to withstand all of this and go through all of it. Guys, look, we already dispelled and dispensed as much information as we really want to. In other words, we should get credit for coming out with it first, of course. But we're okay if you guys know more shit that has happened and you want to share that with the world. Do it yourselves, okay? We'll take credit for what we shared and we're brave for. Whether we originated it or we were just brave and did it first. Okay? Now you guys go and be brave and share the rest of that shit too. So if something happened like, I don't know, West Point, or I'm guessing, my stepmother took me and my son to West Point. We took dance pictures. It was really cool. Is there something wrong with that place too? I mean, just because we see a statue and we see the writing, we see this, that, we're not thinking, oh, there's some weird motherfucking thing going on here. Why would we? Why? We've been lied to our whole lives about what the truth is, so we're like, oh, okay, that's why. We were told there were clouds in the sky for a certain reason. So why even bother telling your kids, oh, the reason it's there is because of this. But the real reason, we're not going to tell you. You have to figure it out. And then you get to be my age and you're like, what the fuck is this shit? That's evil. Either tell your kids or just shut the fuck up and just don't do it at all. And don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? This is just dumb. You could have gone to the fucking beach. You could have put a shield over it that nobody could have seen and write all this shit in the sand. There's a lot of ways you could have communicated this shit to us instead of trying to get us to go on this stupid fucking bullshit bunny trail, making us think something that may or may not be true, and using, oh, your lives are in danger, so you better fucking go, using my family in this way to give us this message, and really we're right back where we started from, and our lives are still in danger, but you guys shouldn't have made us do that. Because it cost us a lot of money and we're suing for that too. I don't care if it's my family, I don't care. If it's you guys, whoever is responsible, and we're gonna find out. Because, you know, there's something when you lead somebody astray that there's a clause in the law for that you are responsible for. I think I want my $50,000 fucking back. And then some. We can't even pay our medical bills because you motherfuckers drained us of money. So you shouldn't have done that. So you deserve not getting your fucking money because it was your fucking faults to begin with, Q. If you wanted us to pay the medical bill so you could siphon it through the hospital so you could use it to spray people and make the sky more gray and white, you didn't get our money. That's your own goddamn fault. We were trying to pay our bills, but you had us on this run. Do you see our office? We can't do shit in here, really, okay? So I'm just saying, that's your fucking fault. You want to get your money? Then let us go back into our apartment. It makes financial sense. Without us being poisoned, without us being harassed, without any bad thing or harassing thing or hurtful thing or anything bad happening to us. Make it happen or you're not getting your fucking money. Understood? We own this. You do not. So Q, go fuck yourselves and all your fucking members. And who's the head guy of this? Is it Billy? You know, the fake pastor who's supposedly somebody else from someplace else as an imposter? I don't give two shits. If it's him, go bother him. I didn't do any of this. We just learned what all of this is, okay? So yes, I'm mad. Do I still love people? Of course I do. But you know what? Being angry is not a sin. It's what you do with it that can be. I'm not hurting anybody, I'm not stealing anything, I'm not bothering people. Hey, I'm allowed to keep tagging our government. Why? Because they're supposed to help us. I'm allowed to keep hitting them up legally and legitimately. Any communication that's afforded to us. That's not bothering somebody. That's your fucking jobs. Same with the police department, the fire department, 911. It's your fucking jobs. Otherwise, why the hell are you there? So I am allowed to bother them in that sense. That's not bothering anyway. 100% legal. So anyway, I'm really kind of getting done with this. You guys need to rescue us in the sense that we're saying. We need to go public. And I'm not saying that, well, going public in a press conference, meaning I'm going to take all of my tweets, I'm compiling all this together, and I'm going to regurgitate it live from the White House with everybody there, whoever the president happens to be, and he better not be a Q person. If it's Biden, Trump, I don't give a shit. The vice president, pick, you know, who goes with who, you know, legitimate press. All of this, legitimately. Otherwise, I'm not doing this anymore, okay? And we're doing it to stop Q. If we're doing it to just keep this going, just fucking forget it. Not doing it. We'll see you in court. Good guys, bad guys, indifferent guys. I don't care. We are not going to be treated this way anymore, okay? There's something mentally wrong with people who think that us being treated this way is okay. And we keep having people... It's just getting steamy in here. And we keep having people trying to do this plausibility thing with us. It's not fucking plausible, okay? We document everything. Yeah, to the point where we even have the foundation of our home and the roof and everything photographed, videoed, date, timestamp, everything. We don't trust anybody. Like at all. And we're pretty sure that the guards we hired let other people in, and they were the ones who snapped the camera wires. Okay, what's going on with my husband? He's acting weirder and weirder. I sang a little Q song in this car when we were traveling back from one of the locations we went to, trying to just get peace and quiet. And then just a few days ago, he sang it back to me. And I have them both recorded, and I'm like, what the fuck? He wasn't listening. He wasn't even in the car when it happened. So somebody is giving him this stuff. Okay? Who is this man? I don't particularly like him. And, you know, I'm not ashamed to say it. I say it in private. I say it in public. He knows the bad shit he's done, and now we're getting more of it. So, you know, who is this guy? Now, some things that I put on the Twitter page, you know, the one that Twitter isn't letting you guys see. How you doing? Oh, you're doing a great job. Wow, you got a lot going.
Yeah, I found some stuff too during that time frame.
You found stuff?
Yeah, from our people. We'll talk about that later.
Is it bad?
I wouldn't say bad.
What?
Not bad.
Kevin McCarthy. Yeah, interesting shit going on. Isn't he from California? Is he Bakersfield or something?
I don't know where in California he is, but he is California.
Oh, I already posted this. This is the exact same thing I posted.
Oh, really?
What you posted.
Oh, what I said about it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go look on my timeline.
okay. So that one was pretty obvious then, wasn't that?
Either that or you're pulling some shit with me too.
I'm not. I didn't even look at your thing.
Okay. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Which is longer? 2 weeks. Oh, I love that!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, you know, I've been putting some stuff on my Twitter and trying to protect us. They're probably not going to be able to get away with this shit now. So President Biden, with all due respect, I'll stop swearing at you for a second here. I heard it helped. So when somebody says, go at it, swear, do your thing, you know, mean tweets, it's like, okay. And there's all this legitimacy of why I'm mean tweeting, so it's not like someone can frame me and say, oh my gosh, look how mean she is. It's like, what's worse, me mean tweeting because somebody's hurting me, or the one hurting me? I think the one hurting me. And my son. So anyway, we've been tweeting a lot of shit that's going on, and I'm just getting, I'm tired of it. I don't want this anymore on any level. And I'm going to do everything to make it stop. Because that's where you guys, you know, the pressure works all different ways. So when I get pressured, I sue. I threaten to sue. I stop what's pressuring me. Not by me tweeting more, because I know that's what you guys want. So I'll be spiteful and not do it. So, you know, reverse psychology there. It's going to backfire against you. You want me to do something, then you need to do something for me. And it's not on an equal thing. We have done this much, and from what we can see, this much has been done for us. So, you know, by doing that, you're making an every man for himself situation. And when there's an every man for himself situation, every man will lose, not win. Teamwork is equally shared. If one person is doing more than the other team members or team member, then no shit why I started a new team. Because the blue team has some serious issues. And I'm not saying I don't have any issues. I'm not perfect, but I have less issues than you guys do. I know this because I know what my issues are, and I see what yours are, and I'm like, I really, you know, I'm kind of done with this shit. And all I see is the never-ending cycle going and going and going, and everybody saying, oh no, it's gonna be, and I'm like, okay, so the promises will never be fulfilled. And I'm like, well, I don't want to live in my car for the rest of my life or for the next, cycle. So you created an every man for himself. Don't expect me to be the noble one saying, we'll live in our car forever. We don't care. It's the cause. Fuck the cause. We're gonna die if we don't stop it. So then you guys will all die and lose, because there's so much contingent on us being able to speak and help. I can't get work done like this. I can't. And I'm, not gonna do too much more, because I have to think about staying alive. Otherwise, if I'm not alive, you guys don't have shit. So you guys need to start thinking about that. And the fact that you really don't is a cause for alarm, and one of the issues that Blue Team has that I'm calling you guys out on. You don't seem any better than Q, okay? And please understand, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, I wasn't involved in any of this shit, and you guys kept trying to suck us in, and I'm like, no, yuck. And so I can kind of see where the problems are. Red Team seems to just have mostly, and no, there's some really great people that won't cross the line, but there's a lot of people that don't have a problem taking other people's lives. Oh my God. That's mental. It's illegal. I don't have anything to do with that, okay? And then you got Blue Team that seems a little bit more compassionate, but because some red team people bled into it and they were basically imposters, it's basically a Trojan horse. And you guys are the ones that have termites, seriously. So, Blue Team now is not necessarily considered all compassionate, because you have, imposters in there, And of course, all this is metaphorical, my opinion, and all this stuff. You guys get it, right? But I don't have anything to do with bad people. And all Q keeps doing is throwing bad, evil people in my life. And I'm like, go away. Go away. Go away. I don't want any bad people in my life. So is everyone just trying to tell me that everybody's bad in the world? I don't believe that. Okay? I really don't believe that. But me and my son are the only good people? Not true. So I just want to be with good people who aren't trying to play the Q game, who aren't trying to set each other up or us up, or, I don't want that. I want to be able to talk with people openly, okay? And not see, Q might hear you and then they might kill us. Well, okay, have you taken a look outside? Everything is white and gray, and it's harder to see the blue, the visibility. This was like in the distance on the horizon, that's how much white shit was in the air. And then above this line, it was fairly blue without having that copper sulfate making it blue. Now our mountains are blue, so we know they're spraying copper sulfate. Tints the mountains. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, we really have blue skies now. It's fake tint. Okay, so now you got more and more and more and more and more and more and more white, to where you almost have to look straight up, and even that is getting blanketed. Did you see that kind of thing going on too? We have pictures of all this in video. So, we have a problem, don't we? They're trying to make it more invisible, this poisoning. And I really hope somebody stops it, because if somebody doesn't stop it, the human race is going to die off. Not in 30 years. We're going to see it sooner than that. I'm not trying to speak it into being. Take a look around. It's getting serious, guys. So, we're not interested. Oh, you want to catch the food people and their corruptness? Well, why not use our test results to show how much toxic shit is in the food? That's a legal, legitimate way. And then say, no, you ain't gonna put that shit in there and poison us. But no, you gotta make it look like what? There's a food rationing and a food shortage. You're gonna bounce the prices up and down and do all this plausibility game. Meanwhile, really good people are gonna starve, and you're making life hell, and more money is gonna bleed out. Stop. It didn't work in the 70s. It didn't work in the Depression. It's not gonna work now. The only thing that's gonna work is you rescue our pretty cute little dancer asses and you take us to the White House, not to be imprisoned, not for us to be put on trial or anything weird fucking shit like that. You let us come forward so we can properly regurgitate everything we found and put on our Twitter and our reports that we sent in and our dissertation, and let us present it live and in person, us, not double, not someone speaking for us, not letting the equipment go out and all of a sudden nobody can hear and see us, nothing like that. You apprehend the bad guys at the same time. You know, instead of wanting this shit to go on and on and on forever, because we're stopping it. We are going to live in our apartment healthily, with or without your fucking help. If we do it without your help, then everybody, good, bad, or indifferent, is getting sued. Because we still have the evidence, we still have the proof, it's still fucking documented what happened to us. We are the only ones in good standing here, and if you good guys want to get rid of your liability, you will give us the press conference. It's not like we're gonna do something bad. We will show you what we're gonna read. You can fucking goddamn approve it. Stand beside us and say, we vouch for them. What they're about to say is 100% accurate. And then you do a whole long presentation with us physically present and allowing us to speak on our behalf, not because we're put on trial, but because we put Q on trial. That's what Alice does. And I'm representative of her, apparently, and I'm really tired of this game playing fantasy land bullshit. I want to do things legitimately, present everything that we found in 1, 2, 3 dissertations with all the addendums and the updates and our social media posts and our videos and everything and the recordings of our 911 calls and all this shit going on. Legitimately, Congress, we're all going to take part of it, and everybody who is liable, who's a good guy, will not have the liability anymore, because we're going to say that is a good person who is trying to help us. That is a no-brainer. It's quick and it's cheap. Okay? You guys are already getting paid to sit your asses in Congress anyway. You might as well do something helpful and right and accurate. Okay? Because we don't have time. Take a look outside your fucking windows. Breathe in the air and you tell me how much time you think you have. How much time do you think your children have? How much time do you think your grandparents have? Your neighbors who you like. You tell me. The enemy doesn't even have that much time, because we're seeing everybody who's polluting everybody. You know, they drive in the little cars and they're gassing everybody with toxic shit from their tailpipes. And I'm not talking about regular gasoline. I'm talking about this other stuff they add to it. These people are going to start dropping off too. We see them walking down the street. We've talked to some of these people. Yeah, we talked to the enemy, not because they're the enemy and we're fraternizing. It's because we don't think they're the enemy. And then we're talking nice to them, and then all of a sudden, shit's coming out of their tailpipes and they're poisoning us after we get done having a nice conversation. What's wrong with people? So, guys, just stop the insanity here. You guys are way out of line on both sides here. Now, I am not going to be put in the middle. I'm stepping out. Okay? But it's interesting that red and blue make purple. Did you not understand what I was trying to do? And purple is a color of royal bloodline. And you know what? Actually, I have the power to knight people, don't I? Technically speaking. That's kind of interesting. I wasn't kidding when I said I reward people well. I don't do this shit where I take, and don't give, like Blue Team seems to do. You guys have some issues. Resolve those issues and be better, because you're losing in that area.
I'm gonna go in and check real quick.
Good idea. Okay? Look, we love you guys more than a lot of the people on the red team. Let it be known. Because we're not down for the killing part like this shit. It's like, and not everybody on red team does that. I get that. totally. But I also get there's like major perks being on red team. They got a lot of power like that, you know? So, but it's more Q infested, isn't it? I'm just not interested in this shit. Oh my god, what grade are you guys in? Stop it. Okay? I really, oh my god. Whatever. And some snarky asshole was posting, we're right about here, you know, the 5 stages of grief. What grief? This ain't about grief. This is about me being pissed off. So, I like being here, just chill, you know? You guys got me up here, pissed off. I've never been down here. It ain't gonna happen. I'm too mad. I'm too fucking mad to be sad. You know, so the stages of grief or learn about Q, it's like, oh my god, now I have to be depressed, right? Isn't that stage 4? And then stage 5 is accepting it or something. I knew the world was fucked up. I just didn't know how fucked up, and I didn't know in what areas. I mean, so there is no loss because I already knew. I didn't know about Q. I didn't know all these details, but I mean, really, no shit. I was telling my mom a thing or two when I was 4 years old, okay? You know, it's like, you shouldn't be doing this, mommy, because this is wrong, this is bad. No, seriously. So whoever wrote that thing about the 5 stages of grief, thinking that we're right about here, and fuck off, you're an asshole. And it's wrong. Just saying. There is no stages of grief, and I thought, well, maybe I'll go through post-traumatic stress syndrome. Probably not, because the gauge is we've become so desensitized to this shit that people can go one way or the other. You either succumb or you overcome, and I've overcome everything else, so I guess it's not a surprise. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't sue for the attempt of traumatizing us. Damage is done is in loss of money, living arrangements, property, you know, it's a lot. The losses have monetary attachment to it, so it's actually easier to figure out than traumatizing somebody. But it's easily figured out too, because obviously people attempting to murder us is a trauma. So whether it affected us badly or not at all, that ain't gonna matter in our case. The fact is, it was done. How's it going?
Good. He's almost halfway.
He is so good at that. I will say my husband's really good at certain things. And
He's saying that if we wanted, we could do half today, half tomorrow. If we put the lid onto the thing, it should last.
No, let's finish.
Alright, sounds good.
We're staking the claim in our ground and we're finishing.
I'm good.
I would be in there I love doing this shit. I would be in there doing it. We could have gotten it done in less time. Okay, but anyway, you know, so guys, don't take it personally when I get mad. Use it as a motivator. Okay? Use it as a motivator to get your shit together and get things done. Now, we might stand completely corrected and say, oh my God, Biden was really like suffering and working his ass off and trying. But here, President Biden, just a heads up, and VP Harris, you know, I love you actually like a lot. You're a woman I admire, not in a weird way, in a very wow. You know, you're going through a lot of shit and you're doing things that scare you and you're doing things that scare you anyway. So that gets my approval and kudos and admiration. I'm talking like that. Plus, it looks like you do give good hugs. So I would love to, you know, let's give a hug someday. It'd be great. Okay, but besides that, I'll be critical of you of something else. But President Biden, we are concerned about you because Obama was one of your homies, and we saw the video where all of you are kind of like, and it's interesting because once I mentioned it, Q or somebody, or it could be you guys, you know, hit it and got rid of it, and then all of a sudden another one that looked similar to it popped up, and I'm like, that's not it. They did the same thing with remember the Trump video, where all these celebrities were really saying F you to Trump and threatening to hurt him.
Are you talking about that Delta post? Or
No. This was when Trump was running for
Oh,
president,
wow.
and they
Oh.
were doing it in black and white and all this other shit. And then once I mentioned it, they only let that one guy. What's his name? He did Meet the Parents. What's his name?
I didn't even know.
Robert De Niro. They only left his commentary up there. It's like they singled him out. But it was women, it was young people, old people, it was everybody, and we have a copy of it. And I know a lot of people have a copy of that too. And I'm like, oh my God. It was really awful. And then they made another one, or they already had a mirror one made, and they replaced it with that and only let Robert De Niro's stuff show. Because, we were having problems with some of the things that he was getting a little too close to our creativity, let's put it that way. And it looks like, when you get caught, isn't that what Q does? They put you out in public, or your team does that, and they blast at you. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want to do that, And yet everyone's telling me, no, this is what you have to do, and that's how you protect people, motivate people, protect yourself. And I'm like, can we not just be adults and just say, hey, look, this is what you did, and this is what's happening, and this is the result. And when I do that, it seems like, yeah, that's real professional and lovely and the right thing to do. But when I bitch you guys out, it has more of an effect. I mean, I can be a nice person, or I can get in your face. It's like, what do you want? And I want to be what I want. I don't want to be what you want anymore, okay? But I also don't want to have this situation propagate or continue like this, because it's terrible. So we got some good advice, and this good advice was advice I was giving to my husband long ago, and you guys have the tapes, so just pull them. We didn't want to go to DC. We didn't want to do this bunny trail thing. We wanted to fight to stay in our home, and we are doing that. And so Q members, back the fuck off, because you're all going to receive another strongly worded letter, or 2 or 3, or however many it takes, to leave us the fuck alone and stop allowing or using third parties, affiliates, or associates to dispense toxic poisons into our apartment. We found a lot of interesting things, and we're fucking tired of it now. And it's gonna stop, because if it doesn't stop, people are gonna get sued from here to Kingdom Come, and nobody's gonna own a goddamn thing. We will, okay? But it still doesn't remedy our intellectual property being stolen, nor does it remedy the access. And we already laid it out how we've been accessed, so this is a no-brainer. Okay, so I hope everybody understands this. Stop pissing us off. Just fucking goddamn help us already. You guys need to understand that we are very much concerned about Biden's alliances. We're very concerned with you guys, the Biden team, or blue team, whatever the fuck. You guys already have a plan and a schedule, and I think it's foolish and dangerous, because the longer you let something take, the more damage can be done. And I told President Trump this too last year in several ways of communicating it. It's probably on our Twitter, it's probably on our Facebook, it's probably in an official letter sent from us, digitally and hard copy. So, it's in many ways, and I'm not trying to be mean to him or trying to box him into a corner or something like that. I'm just telling you, it's good advice. And really, don't let Q make any forks. That's a no-brainer, Don't put all your eggs in one basket here. But we're just getting really fucking tired of this shit. It needs to stop. Again, we didn't bring this on ourselves. We asked for help. And in asking for help, why don't you guys put on the fucking White House website, if any of this has to do with Q or any of the problems we brought up, there's going to be bad consequences because we're not going to help you. And listen, you might as well be honest instead of pieces of shit to us. And you need to also realize that the only way, even the Q members, hey, even the guy who's running this fucking show, the only way anybody is going to save their own asses is if you're good to us and you do what we need to have done. It's the law. We looked it up. We looked up what's supposed to happen when somebody is in a situation like we are in. And nobody is doing that. So that pisses us off. That tells us that you guys are keeping us out here just so we can be used as your mouthpieces to communicate to everybody what's going on, because a lot of people don't understand your fucking hint drops. We barely do, and it takes us a lot of time out of our lives trying to save our lives from doing this, and you guys withhold our unemployment checks, and we want to save our stages money too. We already applied. It should have been ours already. Why don't we have that? We qualified, okay? You know, you gave other people this stuff. You gave other people the unemployment checks. You gave other people all this shit. And they didn't have to solve riddles or be your mouthpiece, you know, your locutor or your press secretary or anything like that. They were already getting all this shit anyway. So why the fuck can't we? Something's wrong here. When you reward somebody with something that's already theirs, that is not a reward or a payoff, and we can sue your fucking asses for that too. I'm just giving you a heads up on that. Another issue the blue team has. So I think people in the blue team need to straighten out the fucking asses who are asses and make them do the right thing. Because we shouldn't have been left out here this long. Now, if our hypothesis is correct, which it's interesting that some people are using that term in the media now, and they didn't before because I followed some of their writings and I know how they speak. So they even think us using the word hypothesis is a really cute little hint drop to everybody. Fuck you people. Now, here's the thing. Our hypothesis, if it's correct, that Trump was trying to rescue us last year, even before Christmas, because that's how the dream goes, right? It's not that we were rescued on Christmas. That's a fallacy. Actually, that would be non sequitur and doesn't make sense. You do understand that having a holiday on the date does not mean that it happens on the date necessarily. So get over it, guys. We can do all these cool things with the trial. If you want to make something last longer, make that last longer, because that's fucking more exciting than this. Meaning, not me being on trial, but the motherfucking Q people and all this shit. And then it gets all resolved, and then we help decorate after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving, because that's part of the dream too, because I actually help decorate. So yeah, you can't make this work. You gotta think about it. So if you really want this to work, you guys really need to start listening to us. We were rescued in the summer, okay? So summer is almost over. What are you guys doing? Okay? If I'm actually the one writing this bullshit, that, you guys, listen to me. I'm kind of making fun of it. You get it, right? Really, Biden, whose team are you on? Blue team, you need to stick a microscope at that guy's and see what's up there, because I'm very concerned. He hung out with Obama. Now maybe he was fooled all this time. If he was, we gotta find that out too. Hopefully he's a good guy, but I don't trust anybody at this point. If you don't behave like a good guy, probably not. We'll see. He's doing some weird shit lately. I could be wrong. I will gladly stand corrected because I actually like Biden. I actually like Kamala VP Harris. I do. I like these people. What else? But it doesn't mean that I'm not angry with them. I am very concerned that Biden may want to try to push this under the rug because he's being pressured by maybe Obama, maybe Q people, maybe I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's my opinion. You guys figure it out. I can't. Okay, I'm a dancer and I'm proud of it. I don't want to do any of this other shit. So maybe that. Maybe, I don't know. What else could it be? You want to hit the nail on the head, right? What else? Son, can you think of anything else?
I can't at the moment.
Oh, maybe it's He just wants us left out here until the job is done of stacking the deck and all of this stuff. Leveraging and this and that. Look, we could pull away anybody's leverage like this. You see how we do it and then we give it right back, right? Yeah. You guys are fucking with the wrong people here. Fuck with the Q people, not us. We're trying to be on your fucking side or team, you know? That's why we did purple team. I'm like, you guys are fucking too nuts for us. Yeah, purple team members, don't do fucking nutty things, okay? Weird, alright, we're all weird. But, you know, don't fuck around. We don't want to do that. Most people don't. That's why we're getting most of the team members from both sides. Everybody's fucking done with this Q thing. Everybody just wants to fucking come forward, okay? Nobody has to be sacrificed. Nobody has to die in this whole scenario. But the problem is, we are your best thing that came along. Blue team, I'm really addressing you. And because maybe Obama fucked up, maybe Trump fucked up, maybe Biden, I don't know. We have our opinions. We blocked Obama for a reason. I really hope this guy didn't do anything to us. Does he know anything about the eavesdropping that's been done to us? Did he orchestrate any of it? Okay, well that is now your job. What do you expect me to do? I'm here. I don't want to be anywhere near the fella, okay? If he's done anything bad to us. So you guys need to take care of that. You need to find out. Hey, praise be to goodness, okay? If he's a great guy and our hypothesis and ideas and opinions were wrong, cool. We're glad to stand corrected on that. I'm all down for that. You know that. I've already corrected myself on several things now. I really fucked that up. So what? Okay? So let's just deal with this fucking problem already and get this over with. Don't keep stringing everything along because it's for the sake of stringing it along because you guys are corny and you want something to happen on a date because you think that's going to make me happy. No, it's not. What would have made me happy is if this shit would have been resolved months and months and months ago. Really, I don't think there's anything anybody can do to make me happy at this point because it's just gone, it's crossed the line, it's gone too long, and, you know, you guys ruined it for me. Blue team. You know, not everybody on the team, but too many. And so I'm glad to see that a lot of people are, like, getting off the fucking teams. So I'm just really wondering if red and blue are just Q. Is that it? I don't give a shit. Purple is not Q. We hate Q. Q-U-E-Q, right? Is that how you spell it now? I don't give a shit. It ain't QAnon. It ain't the Q in LGBTQ because we love those people and we're defending them and help them. We give them money for fuck's sake. We do everything. Some of my closest friends are. I don't have anything against these people. You know, I don't have to prove that anymore. I already did. And so when I say Q, I mean QUE. Okay, right? Is that what it is? The group of evil men that have financiers who are doing all this evil shit to humankind that are run by this one crazy pastor guy who's not dead, who said he's dead or what? What's the story? I don't care what it is. You guys did that, not me. I don't know what the fuck. Right? So, I just know. I don't want to keep the game going, okay? We're stopping it. We're doing everything we can to stop it. So, Purple Team, I didn't block any of you today. Twitter disciplined me because I was bitching people out. And probably because we were telling what the Q people were trying to do to us with our neighbors over here having a termite tent over there saying caution, toxic. But yeah, termites aren't going to come tunneling under here and then all of a sudden we have a problem. There's no water. We know what's underneath. We have video and pictures. We'll even put them up today and show you, just so Q can't use that as their lame-ass plausibility of why they're trying to get us fumigated out of our home and why apparently it's going to reek of poisons now, okay? It doesn't work that way. If poisons escape that tent, everybody in the neighborhood can fucking sue these people, the people who own the house, whether it's an investment company, a private owner, or the banks, or where, it doesn't matter. Even if it changes hands, we can backtrack. Not a problem. That's what everybody who runs away from these problems think. Oh, well, we just sold the company. It was the company that was the problem. No, you're still going to be held legally liable. It doesn't work that way. Not at all. You guys are going to have some serious problems. So, anyway, obviously, you guys don't know the laws well enough because you do all this crazy shit. Oh, I studied the law too. I forgot to mention that, or did I already? So when you study laws, you don't need to put proper people in all these important positions, having all these fake other propped up people who were passed on their exams for bar and all this stuff. Not everybody, but a lot. And their doctorates and all of this shit. It's basically, they have the idea of fake it till you make it. I don't want you operating on my body if that's the case. I don't want you handling any of my legal affairs if that's the case. We have had 5 people that already fucked us over. Attorneys that we paid for. They were awful. I have no problem sharing the information because they fucking lied. That's what Q does. They stir up dissension and trouble, and then they try to pull the plug out from under it and hide as if it never fucking goddamned happened, but nothing disappears without a trace. Nothing. And we figured out some of the key ways to figure out what that trace is, and it's so easy. It's like pulling apart a ball of rubber bands. You look at each little band. It's tedious, but it's easily done. And once you get the formula of how to do it, it's like, oh, this, what do you think we use our social media for? And our dissertations and our reports and everything. It just pulls everything apart so Q doesn't have a leg to stand on. You guys need us, and yet you guys treat us this way too? Something wrong with you. You can't keep blaming Q. And you scared the shit out of the Q people because they're like, oh God, we didn't do that. I know. So Q people, if you don't want everything thrown at you, you should be a little nice to me. I'm gonna tell the absolute fucking truth. Both sides know that, so don't piss me off. That's what I'm saying. I'm everybody's alibi. My son is everybody's alibi. You guys need us alive. You need us whole. You need us undamaged. No cancer, no virus, no disease, nothing. Because if we have an inkling of anything wrong, we will annihilate that entity, person, or whatever. And I know you guys take us seriously because we already showed you our power. And it's not even us doing anything illegal or wrong or mean. It is truth, fact, and legal. So, you know. This we're posting, it's like a 3-part series, you know. I'm sorry, no makeup. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I don't look that bad, I know it. But whatever. I'm still cute, right? And so are you. I think you all are cute without your makeup on too. We've seen behind the scenes shots and things like that. It's adorable. You know. No worries, people. We all have our bad moments, our humiliating, embarrassing. So what? Don't get, oh my God, Q heard my private conversation about this. Own it. Just own it. So, I've said some stupid ass shit too. I've been wrong too. So, see, that's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid of that. They've got video of me taking a shit and pissing in my car. So, everybody takes a shit and a piss anyway. I don't care. Do you see how much power I have because of that? You guys need to start behaving this way too. My life is already on the line, so what the fuck? So it totally desensitized me to it. Of course it's important. Of course we need to address it. And of course it's illegal, so we will address it. But, you know, after a while, you either overcome or you succumb. I have a history of overcoming everything. They just try to paint it a certain way. So the guys, purple team, blue team, and even the lovers on the red team where, you know, we got each other here and we love each other. For you guys, we're addressing you guys. We didn't block you. Yes, I said behind the scenes that everybody would deserve this and I should just block everybody and just make our accounts private. I was mad. I'm still mad. So, you guys probably say the same shit about us too. So, it's what you actually do, isn't it? So I think Twitter, however the fuck that works, was trying to make it look that way. So to me, they say, you've been misbehaving. So for 12 hours, and we're way past that now, you can't let other people see your tweets unless they're following you, which makes no fucking sense. What is that? What is that gonna do? So obviously that was a tip that obviously I didn't violate any of the rules, because I've seen people put worse things up there, and we were going to show you the screenshots and make Twitter, Jack, whoever, Q, kind of like eat their bullshit that they spewed to us, and I think my son's already doing that. And I'm going to keep tweeting anyway, I don't care. And we'll post all this stuff in other places you guys can find, so it's like, yeah, that was really effective. And we took screenshots, and you'll see in the video, we didn't block any of you guys. I was just talking about it. I'm allowed to do that. It's called sounding off. It's healthy, actually. And yes, I studied enough psychology. Just get my transcripts and you'll see how much, okay? And actually, if you compare that with some of the psychology majors, associate degrees and stuff like that, I don't have much more if I want to get my degree. And most people who get degrees in psychology do that so Q can't paint them as crazy. Did you know that? Another stupid lame-ass plausibility thing. And a lot of the psychologists that I actually went to are crazier than any of the problems I've ever had to deal with. You know, like marriage, relationship issue things, right? So I'm like, next I think I'm going to find somebody else who's more normal. And, you know, so I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, and then they want you to cut your hair and dress like how they think a psychologist should be. You know, with that blunt cut. Oh, we should be so scared. Did you hear that helicopter? Eek. Oh my. Eye roll. Aren't they dumb?
Indeed.
I don't give a shit. Anyway, so guys, we showed you who we blocked. We blocked people who we think are a real problem, and it's not most of the blue team, it's not the lovers on the red team, and it's nobody on the purple team. So you know how to re-follow us? Make sure you do that at Rubon Rouge. It wasn't me. I apologize that last time where we did something, we had to switch something out, and I said, oh, I own that. If you guys were following, remember that? Mm-hmm. And I was like, that was my fault. So just reconnect. It's not going to be a problem. Around 11 o'clock tonight. And if it goes longer than that, bitch and complain at Twitter, they need to be investigated. Bottom line, I'm pretty sure Twitter is Q connected somehow. Q-U-E-Q. I'm not going to spell it out anymore. Q. Whatever. I don't care if it's just Q by itself, Q-U-E, the corporation, whatever. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So those people. I have no idea why they would do it, because I've bitched people out harder before, and why they would even think it would be abusive. Because the people we tagged, we know wouldn't classify it as that, because they actually wanted us to do this. There's that. So we're really suspecting that Q's painting Biden and Harris badly in our eyes, so we divide, and they're pretty much trying to make our team to think that we don't like you and that we said fuck you, even though we might have said it behind the scenes. Again, guys, sounding board, but you know that. And look, if I want something made public, I'll do it. And I'm not afraid of it, and you know that. If there's something I don't want public and I'm just sounding off, you'll know that too. I basically state it. So I'm pretty sure that Q somehow got somebody in to spike Biden's speech recently. And we were right, and now they're having a hissy fit because we made it public. That's what we think. If we're wrong, will stand corrected. But everyone's confirming that we're right, so there's that. Let's see, what else? And I probably am right when I say, but it's an opinion again, but it looks this way, that they don't want us to be able to report on that one Twitter account, Ruban Rouge, at Ruban Rouge. At Ruban Rouge. Why? Because a lot of people check in on it. So they blocked you. Blame Twitter. I didn't do it. We showed you the pictures and the screenshots. We didn't make the account private either. We showed you that. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. Why would Twitter block us from everybody but our followers? And I don't have many. I keep getting, the legitimate followers. Do you know what that is? That is where you can look on your account. It says who you're following and a number, and followers and that number. You can follow people secretly too. And I'm not talking about stalking. I'm not talking about these weird assholes who are going around stalking us and shit like that. So I find that very interesting. None of it makes any sense. So that's why we're suspecting foul play, like a lot of it. We also think that you guys need to understand that we can't continue doing this process over and over and over again, and being treated this way and not getting things that we need and want. And you can't equate that to terrorism. We're doing good things. And yes, we demand that we get these things because it's not unreasonable. Why? You guys put these programs out there. So give us our shit. Give us our money. Okay? We need it. Very concerning. So anyway, we don't want our stuff brushed under the table. We don't want you guys to qualify everything in our dissertation and say, oh, see, we let you bring it public because, hey, Twitter. No. Okay? That is not what we were talking about. And it's going to be, well, look, it's illegal to do that. That does not hold up in court. No judge is going to say, oh, well, you had it on Twitter, so there. No, we actually want to do ourselves a press conference. Now, who's actually trying to get my hair swatch? What? Does that help? I mean, it's going to look different in different lighting. Red is really funny like that. Blonde can be that way too. But, yeah. If you had pictures of me when I was younger, and you say, see, look, she's a brunette. No, because I have other pictures that show, that's just the lighting. And for some reason, certain photographers, like, color timed the red out of my hair. Even Lois, God bless her, we love her. I have video and pictures behind the scenes that show how red my hair was, but she didn't want it to be overblowing the picture and too cartoonish, right? So she did tone it down a little bit. She even said, oh my God, your hair is so red. Well, yeah, it is. I told you guys, I use henna, I use different things, and that's what makes it's called, it's the brilliance of the color, okay? The vibrancy of it. And sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. If I'm going to perform, of course I'm going to do that. That's what you do as a performer. You make yourself look what you think is your best. So that's what I do. And in between performances and all of this shit, yes, of course, my hair is going to have a different red shade of color. Sometimes I just washed my fucking goddamn hair, and since it's summer, I'm going to go traipsing out and drying it that way. So, you people were trying to get my color swatch and hair, you're never going to get it accurately, because I put product in my hair sometimes, like oils and shit, so it's going to change the color. I have wet hair, changes the color. I mean, oh my God, you guys need to grow up. I know I'm dealing with amateurs and baby men because you guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. People are getting injured. Things are being overlooked. You guys have no fucking clue. You're so easy to beat. See, that's another thing. President Biden, these people are so easy to beat. What the fuck are you doing taking so much time like this? I mean, we're not the only ones hurting here. Are we hurting more than most? Probably. That'll be interesting to find out in court. We're pretty sure about that. So, you know, we want you to do your job quicker. Now look, we're going to be gracious. We understand you may have been led astray and puppeted or blackmailed or coerced, or who knows what the right word is, and this is just an opinion and we're guessing. Can you put the air conditioner up higher?
Sure.
And, you know, we could be wrong on a couple things. We'll stand corrected. That's what court's for. It's not necessarily to say, oh my God, court doesn't scare me. I actually like getting to the bottom of things legitimately, having it documented. You know, like I said, it's not that we're getting sued, but we want to sue. Can't blame us. Look at the shit we're going through. So we want to get things taken care of properly, and we're trying to find out who is wanting to help us do it and who's a pain in the ass about it. Who's actually a good person and who's a real son of a bitch. I mean, come on. This is like normal stuff. You guys have been living in Q-land for so long, I don't think you know how to operate in the normal world. And what is normal? In a world without Q, how's that for starters in a definition? How about a place where you don't pretend? My God, all these people who are actors pretending to be this and that. I'm like, can you just actually be what you are? Oh, no, wait, that breaks Q's whole thing, right? That's funny to me. Should be funny to you, too. But when it starts invading into my property, my territory, my life, and the fact that I was enslaved like this, holy fucking shit, you guys are in big trouble. Everybody who knew something and did nothing, that's why I keep saying jump on our boat, so you have you lose your liability that way. Us dead is going to make everybody liable. Us getting hurt like this is making people more liable. You need to stop this turnstile and actually help us, okay? Unless this is what you want, and then, you know, then I don't have any sympathy for you. You deserve being sued to Kingdom Come. You deserve what you get then. But, yeah. I didn't do any of this. And you can't say us fighting against Q is insurrection. Q's not supposed to exist. And that is why Jefferson wrote and did what he did against all tyranny. That's Q. We ain't tyrants. We don't want to rule anybody. We want to be left the fuck alone. Lead is a different story. Lead does not cause chaos. We're trying to stop the chaos. We're not causing it. You can't say because we fought against Q that we're causing chaos. No, we're trying to stop it. You guys are causing fucking chaos. How much you want to bet somebody on Fox News is gonna like try to mock this shit, or somebody on TikTok? Go ahead, we'll put a side-by-side up. Give us something to do, right? Okay, so real quick, because we're almost done here. You guys understand? We think Q used Twitter, or Twitter is Q, Q-U-E. Not QAnon, not the Q in LGBTQ or any other Q, but the group of baby men who are trying to rule everybody's lives. We think that they did something to the Ruban Rouge, at Ruban Rouge Twitter account, because we weren't breaking any of their rules. It's probably because we called out the termite tent over here and all these other things that they're planning to try to hurt us with today, or over the weekend, or over the next few days, and they're butthurt. So we didn't block any of you guys. We love you guys, but you're pissing us off. Why? Because we are in this situation and we didn't cause this situation. We didn't poison ourselves, okay? Just because we stand up against tyranny and evil does not mean we caused this to happen. We were being poisoned. We were being illegally tested upon with these substances. And, you know, somebody needs to hold all these evil people in check. Because I never agreed to this. Who would? And even if, let's say we did agree to it somehow because they snuck in some weird bullshit, our signatures were transferred. So if somebody gives a document and anybody uses that document for anything other than what it was for, then it's going to be a problem. So if anybody goes in our email and uses any documents that were sent to us or we sent out and misapply them, they're in trouble, not us. Because we don't do that. We don't even know anybody where we could have done that, you know. And we don't have any secret bank accounts. You guys know of all of our bank accounts. So if somebody is using our PayPal, we can't get into some of our accounts. We were mysteriously blocked out of a couple things, which I'm like, it might have changed since we complained about it, but we'll see. And, you know, some weird shit keeps happening. We're not doing anything wrong here. We have mostly all of our lives video recorded. You realize that for the past how many years? It was suggested for us to do that, and thank you Jay Leno, because he made a joke saying I have to have cameras following me all the time for legal purposes because he's a celebrity. Did you see that? Those skits that he did like that? So that gave us the idea too, and so we started doing it even way back then. But actually it was a whole bunch of police officers, good ones, who said get dash cams, body cams, security cams, all these cams, and we did. And I don't know if they meant it good or bad, but that's how we've caught everything. And years ago, before there were video cameras and stuff like that, there was only testimony. So we have our testimony, we have witnesses. We have witnesses to people saying, yeah, that was a murderous attempt against them. What's that? Come on now. So anyway, let's get this done. Guys, we're stopping it one way or another, whether you help us or not. That's your choice. Because we're not tolerating this shit. And you need us. You gotta remember that too. We're trying to be respectful and loving and saying, yeah, we need you too, but you keep doing these and allowing these bad things to happen to us, so it pisses us off, and we're like, okay, that's it. Yeah. So, check into Twitter. We need an investigation going because something doesn't seem right. We didn't violate anything, and they're like, you may have. So under the guise of may have, they're allowed to just do whatever the fuck. That's an obstruction of communication, and we can prove we didn't do anything wrong, and we can prove that people have done worse and their accounts weren't even bothered, okay? So there's something to it. I'm pretty sure it's because we hit the nail on the head and we blew their plans out the window, doors, or whatever. So, just saying. Okay, so we have this huge shit coming out right now. A lot of really great stuff that we found. If you want to use our documentation, you gotta kiss our asses a little bit. Because this is getting a bit out of control here. And just because we make it public does not mean it's a free-for-all. It is our copyright and our information. And we can legitimately sue people for using it if we don't say, yeah, it's okay. Twitter, social media, they can't just say, oh, here, use it for whatever you want. That's illegal because we own the copyright. Nobody can take our copyright away no matter what we sign. Nobody. Plus all we gotta do is just re-edit 2 seconds of it and it's a different compilation. They can't keep going after the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, talk to the hand, people. Can't do it. Anyway, so let's see how you guys behave with all of this stuff. We're still doing the same shit. And if anybody tries to keep us from living in our apartment, which we pay for legitimately, you're getting sued. Enough is enough with all this bullshit. Good guy, bad guy, indifferent guy, it doesn't matter. You need to knock it the fuck off. We demand you to let us live into our apartment without being polluted. And we're doing it right fucking now. That's what we've been doing for the past few weeks. We're getting back into our apartment. Oh, it's toxic as hell in there, but we're doing some things. Legal, legitimate, non-destructive. Think of it as a beautification process. Leave us the fuck alone if you know what's good for you. And that's a legal threat. And our homies, do what you gotta do. Help us protect ourselves. We're done. And no, it doesn't make us help or want to help more by keeping us out here and away from our apartment. We will be 1,000 times more effective if you get us into our apartment. Q knows that. They've seen our output. Biden, you might not know that because you might not have been checking us out years ago. Ask your homie Obama what he thinks. Keep him away from us, please. Don't let him do anything to us, please. Don't let Q use him as a scapegoat either, please. You know how that works. Oh, we found somebody we can blame. Beep. No, everybody needs to be protected, actually. You know, the quicker we come forward with this, the better. So we've made it public, but we haven't come forward yet, have we? Because there's a lot of legitimacy that has to happen. So who's the one who's like keeping us from having followers where you can look down the following list and you see tens of thousands of people? Why did Facebook take away our check mark on our Ruban Rouge page? We earned that. Nothing changed, but they changed everything. And they used words against us. I said, this is so confusing. Why have a blue and a gray check mark? It doesn't make any sense. So they said the same shit to us in a private message. What I said, I didn't say get rid of this shit, meaning not let us have our check mark. How about simplifying or defining what the fuck it means, or let our check mark stand for what it was? I think these platforms need to be delegitimized and take away their check marks after a while. We've been long since verified. Most of the accounts that are verified that haven't been like, you know, famous people and celebrities for decades and decades, it's all bullshit. Some of these people are just regurgitating our private conversations and claiming it as theirs. All these accounts need to be verified, and most of these people haven't done shit. I'm like, wow, yeah, sure, that should outrank what we've done. And oh, another brief message to good guys. I really hope you're not trying to act like you're the ones lifting me up. Because you know what? I accomplished a lot before you all came along and fucked up my life even more. Okay, I'm going to continue to be a dancer, so I hope you're not thinking, oh, let's make her a queen, and then she can't dance anymore. No. I'm still dancing, and I'll still get that whole crown thing, which is leadership, right? And legitimately, and it'll be known, and I will be known, and I'm going to get my check marks, and I'm going to have millions and millions of followers. Look, I know people love us, and they love us because we speak our minds, we're right. And if we're wrong, we're 1,000% wrong. We own it. We're not afraid to say, oh shit, yeah, we said that nasty bad thing about this person behind the scenes, and Q spread it around. Okay, so we'll own that. They're not supposed to be doing that because it's an invasion of privacy. Recording and listening in is not even supposed to be happening. So, and we didn't give any apps any permission. I don't own anything that's electronic. All my electronics that I've used were not even mine. Not mine, okay? But I've used them. So they can't say that. They can't use signatures from our COVID papers that we signed and transfer and say it means this and that. You know, we're just going to keep sending cease and desist letters over and over and over again. It's illegal. But obviously Q is an illegal thing anyway. I'm so tired. Okay, love, blue and purple love. Red team people, thank you for your support. Those of you who are legitimately cool. And Q members, there are some, and we know, and you know what, hear this and understand. Thank you for seeing the light and changing your hearts. This is going to make a difference for you. That's love. Me showing you love. Because I could easily say, nope, be gone. And you're not going to get leniency. Or you can kiss my ass and legitimately be nice to me and help me and my son, and you will have leniency. I've already said that. It's documented even. Okay? So that's the most loving thing that I've done for you. What's the most loving thing you've done for me, assholes? Now, I could actually make a pretty nice list of things that I think people have done to help us. And I hope it's true. But it might not be. It might be an illusion too. So, we don't do illusions. We actually do legitimate things. And we have more fruit. We have more work done. We have created good things from it. But all this plausibility game stuff hasn't done its shit for anybody. It's just hurting people. Plausibility kills. Secrets kill. You guys gotta stop it. Okay, really. Blue and purple love. Okay? I'm mad, but it doesn't mean that this is broken. That's an illusion Q's trying to create. My son is dispelling that information properly. So, I gotta go. I just gotta go. Noelle Rose Anderson -Kale. Signing off. Dance Warrior. # that. And yeah. But I'm dancing again. I will appreciate your art if you let me do mine. Okay? I am not going to be a talent scout looking for everybody. I'm not saying I won't do it, but that's not my sole purpose in life. I'm a performer, and I'm going to do it again. Back off, Q. Back off, anybody on the blue team. You got some weird, sick fucking ideas in your head. Okay. Love you. Bye.